Hannah with stampingwithdye.com, and I am here with this week's Mimeograph Monday, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. And I am a independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. And Mimeograph Monday, if you're new to my channel, basically it's I put a little video in front of one time because somebody had made a comment about it. But so just basically means I'm going to case something from the catalog. So mimeograph basically it means to copy or whatever. So that's why I did it, because mimeograph starts with an M, and so does Monday. So I like to kind of do that. But so anyway, so I'm glad that you're here. And if there's ever anything that you want me to show from the catalog, like you go, I would love for you to show card blah blah blah, you know, from page whatever, let me know, right? And then I would love to be able to do that for you. But usually I just flip through the catalogs and figure out what I want to do. So today's is a very, very fun one, and it's actually using a couple things that are retiring. And I can't believe I have not played with the Wreath Builder dies before, because, oh my gosh, they are so adorable. So you still have time. As long as they're still available in my store, you can still get them before they run out. So make sure you pop on over there after the video. So let's get started for today. Let me flip the camera so you can see. Hi, Nancy. All right. Oh, didn't even flip it. You're still looking at my nose. Okay, there we go. There we go. So let me make sure that I can see what's going on. Hang on a minute. Go to home. All right. There we go. All right. So, my gosh. And then I thought I turned that off. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. It must be Monday, right? Okay, I turned my phone off, but I forgot to turn my computer off. All right, so, oh, Nancy, you have to get them out. Okay, so this is, let me show you. So this is what I'm going to be doing today. I have looked at this and looked at this cute little wall hanging. I mean, you could put it on anything, you know? So this is what I'm going to do. And it also uses Springtime Joy, and that is also retiring. So you're going to want to make sure that you grab the stamp set. And this just goes to show this isn't necessarily an Easter set. So, and then the wreath builders. Oh my gosh, it has so much fun stuff. I am totally keeping this, because a lot of times I do sell my retired stuff, you know, because I only have so much room. So I do sometimes sell retired stuff, but not that, because I'm going to keep that. So don't wait for me to sell mine. You need to get your own. All right. Yes, if it's a little blurry, just hit the refresh, and then sometimes that helps. Okay, so this is the April host code. So if you need anything, please go to my store and use the host code. And then, but obviously, if you are ordering over $150 before tax and shipping, then you don't want to use my code, because then you'll get the hostess benefits. All right. Also, is in regards to the retired, we also have the clearance rack refresh, so you want to check that out as well, so you don't miss out any of that stuff. A lot of times I will grab things for classes down the road, because the ribbons are still the same colors, they're just a different style or whatever. So it allows me to do classes and events. Sometimes I can give more stuff, right? Because I have saved a little bit in regards to it. All right, so let's get so I have my little handy dandy recipe that told me stuff. Now, I am a little bit of a rebel in regards to doing the Mimeograph Mondays. I pretty much make them identical, but sometimes I tweak them a little bit. And this one is one of those that I did, because the recipe has me using shimmery white, and they are having me watercolor. And I know I always watercolored, always, always, always. I still once in a while, but now I like to use my Stampin' blends. So I just basically changed it into where I use the Stampin' blends instead, but it's basically the same thing. All right, so let's get started. I already stamped my cute little bunny. There's 3 tulips and the little butterfly. Now, I also did the butterfly in the Memento, where in the catalog they just used ink, the bumblebee. So I stamped everything with Memento, and then the Welcome Spring I stamped with the mint macaron. So I did follow the rules there. Okay, so here is, I did a bunch of these, and these are so easy to punch out. So what I found was I go from the back side and then I just gently pull out the little little design. So you have 2 different styles of wreaths. So this one reminds me of, and this is another reason why I'm keeping it, because I'm a big, oh, what are those, is it boxwood wreaths? I might not be, these are even cute too, right? It looks almost like a feminine ninja star or something. But is it the boxwood wreaths that you have, that you hang up? Like this would be so cute. If you just did a whole bunch of these, you could make your own little boxwood wreaths. So then you just punch out all these little things here. All these little holy things. All right. Like that. And then you have this one. So same thing. Just pull. Now this one even has the leaf, like the leaf veins. So it's super cute. And then I thought, how fun would it be? You could even trim these and use them like elsewhere. You know, if you cut them, you could stick them behind something. Hi, Eris, Jeannie, Carol, Stacy, Mary Ellen, Nancy. I hope I don't miss anybody. April. All right, so here is a couple. And we also need this one. So the colors that are being used are the Pear Pizzazz, which is this one, Mint Macaron, and Soft Sea Foam. All right, so you're gonna punch all of them out. So let me move them. So here's my little guys I had punched out ahead of time. And as I was laying them, just laying them there, and I was going, oh, I was so excited because they're just so adorable. All right, so we have our little wreaths. And then what I did was I fiddle-farted around till I got the size of the DSP. Now this is the In Good Taste DSP. And I actually wrote my sizes down today. All right, now I don't know if they did this or not, but I put a piece of basic white underneath, and that just gives the DSP a little bit of stability. I did the same thing, and when I put it together, you'll see that. But I did the same thing with these strips. I just wanted them to be a little more heft to them. So the basic white is 4 3/4. No, it isn't. This one is the bigger one. Hold on a minute. Basic white, 4 1/4 by 5 3. This basic white is 4 1/2 by 5/16. So basically what I did was I just made it be a little bit shorter than the 1 inch. So that was the same way with the piece behind here. I didn't want it to be identical because then I would have to worry about lining it up. So the DSP for the front of the card is 4 1/2 by 6, and then your strips are 4 3/4 by 1. Now what I did was I cut 4 of them. Again, this is just me. I'm not sure if this was how it was done, but so I did 4 of each because I wanted it to be on the back as well, and it also gave a little bit of heft. All right, so let me put my adhesive on my basic white, and then I'm just going to flip it over. And so this is what I meant. It's still going to give me that a little bit of heft, but it makes the back nice. but it just gives it just a little bit of stability. All right, so I'm going to do the other ones after. I don't want to do them right this minute. And then I want to, oh, one thing I wanted to show you. Look at this. Okay, when you pop this out, they make such a fun little, see, look how fun these look. They're like little stencils. But this one reminded me of like a sun. Doesn't this look like the sun rays? So what I did was I just tried it out with one of the blending brushes and the bumblebee, and I just stenciled or like rubbed through it. And look at, isn't that cool looking? So if you were, it's pretty big, but it looks adorable. But if you were like a scrapbooker, it would look really cool too, right? On a big scrapbook page. But I could totally see, you know, stamping something over top of that. So definitely do not throw these away when you get done with them. All right, so I need a little piece of paper. I need a piece of paper. All right. Where is my grid sheet? What did I say? This was Monday. It sure is. All right, I moved my Stampin' behind me. All right. All right, so let's color our little bunny. So like I said, I chose to use the blends just because that is my color stuff of choice. So we are going to color the bunny super, super quick. Little pink flirty flamingo cheeks. Then our tulips. This is Rococo. Now Rococo is one of the colors that is leaving. So you want to make sure you grab them. And then things can run out. And like I always warn you that when I'm doing my video, things actually could have already run out. So I apologize if you go to my store and you go, oh, I can't get that. Especially when it's in regards to an in color. Those do run out faster. All right, so that was the light Rococo. And then I'm just going to take the dark and add a little bit here and there. Just to add a little bit of different color. And then while I have my Rococo out, I also want to, and this is something I did different too, the catalog they left, these flowers look like they were left, and I want to give them a little bit of color, and then our bunny will match our tulips, even though I don't know what kind of flowers these are in her hat. All right, then my butterfly is going to be mango. Mango is also, in regards to the Stampin' blend, is leaving. It's not leaving in general, but just the Stampin' blend. So if you haven't grabbed one of those, or 2 or 10, you want to make sure you grab those. And then this is just the dark, so saffron, just to give that the other side a little bit of a lighter look to it. I love those two together. Okay, let's see. We also are using Granny Apple, one of my favorite. I hope we never get rid of Granny Apple. All right, so we are going here. And this set is just so fun to sit and color. If you have little kids, or not even necessarily little kids, this would be a cute little project for them if they're home during spring break, because this is just a great stamp set for them to color, and they could make their own. They could make one of these and hang it on their bedroom door even and put their name on it. That would be adorable. All right, and then I need my dark smoky slate. Hi, Anne. I get all in my zone and I forget to look up to see if anyone says anything. Okay, so let's finish coloring our bunny. And I'm going to be using the light and the dark gray granite. So we're going to give her a quick coating of the gray granite. Just like that. I'm going to leave the little tips of her ears white. And we're just going to quick down her nose. And I'm going to leave right here with no color on her cheeks. Well, I guess they're not really a cheeks because there's a cheek, but you know what I mean. On her side of her nose. All right. And she's quick to color too. But, so this would, if I had like little grandkids or something, this would be a fun one. All right. I'm going to color that in. Okay. Then we're going to take our dark gray granite. Hi, Darlene. All right. So then we're going to take our dark gray and just go up, because there would be a little bit of a shadow where those flowers are. And same with underneath here, there would be a little bit of a shadow. I want to come down the nose. And that just emphasizes that nose shape, doesn't it? Okay, and then the same thing. So there'll be a little dark under here, a little darker under here, under her head, around her belly and legs. So that looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to take my color lifter and I'm just going to touch just a little bit and soften that up some. All right, and then where's my light again? All right, so then I'm going to take my light and just touch the edges of that, and it will just soften them, but it won't take them away because I'm not coloring all the way. I'm just touching the edges, so it just softens it a little bit. All right, I'm so used to, in art class, we use charcoal, and you would use your finger, you know, to move things. And sometimes, even though I'm ancient, I still have the tendency to want to use my finger. And of course, you're not going to blend out the, whatchamacallit, I'm going to color that just a little bit. You're not going to move that. Okay. There! Leave it alone, Diana. Okay. All right. Then we are going to cut these out. This is the fun part, right? And somebody asked me that it was Raquel. I don't see Raquel on here. All right. Another thing I'm using is the classic label. So this was not mentioned, but I love my classic label punch when it comes to skinny greetings, because it makes it easy to cut that out straight. This is also retiring, the classic label. Another one that I'm keeping. Okay. So you can choose to leave it like the picket fence kind of look, or you can do it like the catalog. So, all right. Now I'm just going to quick cut out. So what I do is I cut a lot of the excess off of the edge so it's not catching the scissors. And we're just going to quickly cut these out. So Eric went back to work today. His foot is pretty on the mend. I mean, he's still got months of it to get back to normal, but so went to the podiatrist and I mothered him all weekend, and I said, make sure I gotta wrap it before you put your boot on. And he woke me up this morning before my alarm even went off, and he was like, I'm all ready. And he did it on his own. I'm like, okay. So he's a tough kid for sure. All right, so we're just cutting the bunny out. He's super easy. I am not worrying about trying to stay on the line. I like the little bit of white around the edge. I don't really need this here right this moment. So here's my little bunny, my cute little, whatchamacallit. All right, Then the tulips, I go up and then down into here. So you can see I'm moving the paper, not the scissors. And I know I've told you that before. So you just keep squeezing your scissors and move the paper. And they're pretty easy to cut out. All right. 2 more. But I did, oh, so I didn't know if Carol was on here, but she did ask about the scan and cut. And I am not a big person to get non-Stampin' Up! Things, but I have looked at one and looked at one. It was on sale, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to try it. So I did get one, and I actually got it figured out how I could cut out the True Love DSP flowers. It took some fiddle farting around, but I did figure it out. I mean, some got messed up, but hey, the instructions that came with it were horrid. All right. So the last tulip. So yeah, this little wreath die, I mean, it's just so cute. And it has so many little pieces that you could make wreaths for every season. So I'm really sad that it is retiring because it is super cute. So you definitely want to grab it if you can. All right, so here's all my little pieces. Let me move them out of the way. So here is where it's all going to go on. So this is going to go right in the center here. Well, and then you'll have to be the one that I contact if I have questions. But really, I think I have it pretty much figured out for what I need it for. It's like anything. I just usually use stuff just enough that I don't try to get too fancy with things. All right, so I'm using green tip glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm putting a little dab close to the ring. So there's like a ring that's all around the dies. So that's pretty much where I'm putting my glue because I want the little petals or whatever you would call these, the little leaves, I want them to be loose. I want it to look like a leaf. I don't want it plastered flat on my card. So I'm just making sure to glue the circle part. All right, so that looks pretty good. All right, because see, I still want these to be free. Then we take and we do the Pear Pizzazz one. So same thing. So I'm putting the glue, and it's just, you know, little barely squeeze that green tip glue because it will come out and ruin your whole project if you're not careful. All right. Then I want to offset it a little bit. I don't want them to be in the same spot as the other ones, but I do want to keep my circle, my that circle that has the glue. I kind of want to keep it together because that's where the glue's at. All right. And then our last one. This one reminds me of Ben-Hur. Remember Ben-Hur? Doesn't this look like what he had around his head? But look how cute it is. It's got all these little like leaf details. Oh, it is just so cute. All right, so again, now this time there's like a leaf there, a little bigger leaf that's kind of attached to the circle. And I did put glue on that one because it's not going to go much places because it's part of that circle, where the other ones, I want them to have their freedom. All right. And then again, offset and stick that on there. Oh my gosh, isn't that so cute? Hi, Jenny. All right, isn't that so adorable? Oh my gosh. And then I could keep pushing, you know, to make sure it's all the way glued. All right, now let me go to this right here. So these are these little strips. So I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to put my glue, turn it over so you don't by mistake put it on the wrong side, because you don't want this to be what's getting glued. And then I'm just sticking it in there, and that's why I cut it just shy, so that I didn't have to worry about that white overhanging. But I wanted it to have a little bit, you know, you're going to hang this up, so you want it to be, you know, a little, some structure to it. Ooh, this one I cut a little wrong. So let me trim that off. Let's see. All right. That one overhung just a little bit. So I just trimmed it. No big deal. All right. Same thing with the other two. So when I was looking at that ruler my sister had me get, that has all the measurements on it, I'm like, is there such a thing as, I don't even know. When I was trying to figure out where to put my punches, you know, for my string, I'm like, well, it's got to be half of this and half of that. And then it ended up having some crazy size. I'm like, I don't even think that's a real size. Okay, so then we're going to, this is going to go on here. Now, I also wanted it to sit up a little bit. So I used dimensionals, because it kind of, it's wood looking, right? So I want it to have some thickness to it. So that's going to go on here like that. And then we'll put the one on the bottom. Let me move my little critters out of the way. So then we'll put one on the bottom. I want to make sure you can see. And I need to get some more dimensionals. I have dimensionals everywhere. Well, we're going to use the edges then. I always tell you, your dimensionals should be totally empty by the time you are done with them. All right. So then that's going to go here. And it just hangs off just a little bit. So it just has a little bit of a border. Or not a border, but it has just a little hang over the edge. So there, and then, so this is why I did the second one. Let me scoot up a little bit. So this is why I did the second one. So see from the back, that's what the back looks like. So what I did was I took some more dimensionals. Stick it there. And you know what? Maybe nobody will even flip it over, but I will know if they do. So this one is, I didn't quite put them on even, did I? All right. But if they do turn it over, it's going to look like finished on the back. All right. So then, let me do this so I can see. So then I put this one here and just match up your edges. And we'll do the other one on the other side. Now again, this is how I envision how things are made. And Stampin' Up could go, gee, that is not how we did that. And that could be the case. All right. But see now when you look at it from the front or the back. So even though this is plain, there's no paper on it, it still looks nice. So if you were going to give it to somebody, this is where you could write even like, you know, we love you, blah, 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 you know, and you could give it, you know, as a present if you wanted. All right. So then what I did was, because I'm anal, you know me, I shouldn't say the word anal, but I do. All right. So I need a pen. So what I did was I came down 1/2 inch. Oh no, I went this way. So I came over here and I used a pencil. Here's my pencil. And I just eyeballed, okay, 1/2 inch. And then I did the same thing. And I just eyeballed that looked about the middle And then, since I was not too sure, then I went like that. And then I'm like, okay, that's 1/2 inch. And that looks not too bad. So then I put a little mark and a little mark because I wanted to be able to see it through the punch. Again, I might be doing this totally the long way, but so then we don't have this punch anymore, but it used to be a Stampin' Up! Punch, so you might have one in your stash. But then I just go punch and punch. So now we have our little holes, and it uses the twine from the mail twine, and it does look like they braided it because it's thicker, but I didn't want to braid it. So again, there's the rebel in me. So I'm just cutting myself a bunch of it. And then I've used these before. So this is a, you can floss your teeth if you have braces. I mean, I've had these for years, so maybe there's something different now. But see, it's just kind of got a loop. So then what I do is I stick it through. I also have a threader, like a different thing, but I'm not sure where I set it. So I always have these handy too. So then you just put the thread through, and it just pulls it like right through. So these are handy because you get quite a few of them. So if you do lose one or 6, you have more in there. All right. So then we're going to get the other side of our thread. Come on, get in there. And pull that through. And then all I did was, I want to make sure I have enough on the top. Then I just tied it in a bow, like a pretty little bow, so that it's not permanent, so that if you do give it and the person needs it to be longer, they've got this extra thread back there that they can adjust it accordingly. Hang on, let me get that. It's like stuck on the front. So I don't want it to show. So see, I just tied it into a bow like you tie your shoes. And then you have this on the front. Okay, so you have that on the front. And then all you simply have to do is attach your little bunnies and your little butterflies with either dimensionals or glue dots. It depends on how you want them to stick out. So if you want them to stick out quite a bit, use the dimensionals. So I'm going to use my dimensionals, and these are just the baby dimensionals. If you didn't know we have baby dimensionals, they're so fun. Hi, Anna. Hi, Nancy. Yes, the back looks better. See, I'm kind of anal like that. Like if you were to hang it on something that, excuse me, the people behind could see. Let me get a drink. I don't want it to look cruddy. So, can I say cruddy? I said anal, so I think I can say cruddy too. All right, so we're going to put our little bunny right here. She is so, so cute. So she's right there. Now this is the little greeting that I cut out with the punch. You can choose to leave it with the, so what I'll do is I will leave it this way, and then you can see the difference between the two. All right. Because the other one I cut it like it's supposed to. I followed the rule. Is there any rules in stamping? So Anna, are your fingernails so dirty from all your gardening? I actually planted some herbs this weekend, but I wore a glove. All right, so that goes there. Then we're going to take our cute little flowers, and these I'm going to use glue dots. So I'm going to put glue dot, glue dot. Did you ever do this? Put all your, like if you're working on like Christmas cards and stuff, just load your glue dots up with all your stuff. Like sometimes you'll have like a whole bunch, and then you just have them all done at one time. All right, then I'm going to put the little butterfly up here. We've got a little flower under here, and it kind of tucks itself behind that little Hello Spring. We have this one. He's kind of crooked like that. And then this one kind of hides behind the bunny a little bit. Like that. Oh, isn't that so adorable? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I waited this long to make it. But see, you can make it now too, and you don't have to worry that you missed out unless, oh my gosh, you go to my store and we don't have these things that I'm using, but, because things change every time you turn around. But isn't that so cute? So where's the one I did ahead of time? All right, because you know I always do one. Oh, my friend Marcy Anna, she gardens too, and she's always like, my hands look horrible. But I always just wear gloves. So this one, I need to fiddle fart with that one because it's wiggling on me. All right, but look how cute. So here is the one I did earlier. So this one, I did trim the, I did the fishtail like it was supposed to. But I think they both look cute, whether you leave it like that or not. And then I did put my little white gel pen on the little cheeks of the bunny. So, you know me and my gel pen. And this would even look cute if you are a Wink of Stella person. Is Marcy watching? She's a Wink of Stella person. You could even use some Wink of Stella and put a little bit on the tulips. So your tulips would have like some sparkle and shine. Oh, that looks really cute too. So you could do like even on the little butterfly. So the Wink of Stella, that's, you know, like it's, do you want fries with it? That's what the Wink of Stella kind of, and it's wink of, not wink but I say winka. So the Wink of Stella to me is like when you go to the store and they go, would you like fries with that? Would you like a Wink of Stella with that? Because truly, this is what you do. Because everybody, man or a woman, it doesn't matter. Every stamper needs a Wink of Stella because it just adds that shine and it dries really fast. And you can actually, I have a Wink of Stella, so you can even use them like a blender pen. So you can use them with, you know, your ink pad, and then you can color. And then you want to wipe that lid clean because you are going to get some sparkle and you don't want to close it into the pad. But they're good for that too. So not only that shine, but, so yeah, so see, this one is marked. The color one. This is the one I color with. So, you know, so just like my, my color lifter. So this is my shadow one. So I also have like, I always have to mark it up because I'll forget. So this is also one that moves color from, you know, if you want a little bit lighter color and you're using something dark, I have my little, I think I've showed this before. You rub a little bit of your blend on your block and then you pick it up with the color lifter and then you just use it, you know, to color, but it's a little bit lighter. So sometimes if you're using a blend that's darker, you can use that. So, all right. So that was fun, right? So if you have any questions, let me know. If you have something you want me to do for next Monday's Mimeograph Monday, shoot me an email and say, hey, I'd like you to do whatever. And then if I can figure it out, I will, because I like the challenge. I do. Don't send it to me Monday morning, you know. Give me a couple days to figure it out. So I will see you tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays. That's in our Facebook group. That's at 3:00 p.m. Arizona time. Okay. So there's Marcy. See, she says Wink of Stella is the best. It truly is. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a good rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.